Hey, what's up there, YouTube? How you doing? I woke up early this morning and did a what do you call it? A video. I took it down because I was half awake when I did it, but everything I said on there is valid. It's coming to pass. You watch. It was about bird flu and all this crap it's ridiculous. Here's the deal. I've cooked for many years. Probably like try around close to 40 years working in restaurants. I know to cook chicken to a safe temperature, or for that matter, any fowl like turkey or chicken, which is a $1.65 is what they suggest is for chicken. Sorry, and what the deal is, I don't think it completely gets rid of salmonella per se. It stunts it or stops it from being able to grow or whatever. The point being, though, is that at that temperature, it shuts it down, right? And goes the same for bird flu. Why are they throwing away millions and millions of pounds of chicken that they're culling? If you just cook it long enough, it should theoretically do the same thing, because most viruses die before the bacteria does. I believe salmonella is a bacteria and a virus is something different. If I'm not mistaken, you go look this stuff up. A lot of viruses die at about $1.40 or a little bit higher. All right. So why are they throwing away our food supply? Why are they destroying the food chain? Slowly taking all meat off the market, and not even slowly anymore. And why are we putting up with it? Literally, we need to start setting up militias right around farmers' farms and protect the food supply, because we got tyrants trying to come in and starve us to death with Henry Kissinger style fucking siege warfare. Who controls the food controls the people. Henry Kissinger, back in like 73, said that. He's dead and gone now, but they're still following his game plan, the New World Order, and we got to put a stop to that bullshit. Straight up. It's ridiculous. You can't keep killing off all our food supply. We're going to starve to death. It's famine. Just like the Bible said, they're making it come to pass. It's one of the four horsemen is famine. And the pestilence and plague, all this stuff's coming, and they're expediting it and making it get here quicker. Just saying. How you doing, whoever threw the thumb up there? Appreciate you. Thanks a lot. It's funny because I put that up there and I looked at it like I got up an hour later and looked at the video. It's down now. Hey, what's up, Mixed Media? How you doing? And I was thinking that I was kind of sloppy because I was half awake. And I just said, I'm going to just take this down and I'll do another one, a live stream about it, because I'm ticked off. They're lying again, this time about bird flu, the new pandemic that they're hollering about over in California, because they got one case, severe case. So Governor Newsom decided to throw the state into panic and into chaos by starting another state of emergency. So they get more money from the government. So they take more away from Trump that he can use to fix our country. They're trying to cripple us with this. And someone suggests this. I believe it might have been Mixed Media here the other day. She said, notice it's a blue state. You're absolutely right, Mixed Media. I said that the other day, too, a couple days ago. It's funny how they're the ones who are still having all the diseases things coming. I got to watch what I say here. But in reality, here's the deal. Everybody should be outraged that they're trying to pull this bullshit again. They're going to ruin what's left of our economy with this shit. They're going to put a hurt on us. And we shouldn't sit here and do nothing about it. We should start protesting, stomping right up to the edge of the line there, get right up in their face and tell them, you're not doing this bullshit again. No way, no how. Here's the deal. So if birds are contaminated and you're culling all the chickens and shit, how about this? How about we'll start with this? We'll take all the foods away that the billionaires want to eat, caviar. Nah, it's no good. It's got disease in it. We're throwing that the fuck out. All the good shit that they want. They can't have hollandaise sauce anymore. It's got eggs in it. See what I'm saying? They just want to come after the little guy's food supply and starve us. Meanwhile, if you go up to Cheyenne Mountain or wherever the hell their bunkers are, they're all eating fine and dandy, and they're going to starve us to death. You watch. I'm telling you, that's where we're heading. We're going to start starving because then we'll be more compliant with what other shit they're going to roll out, like, the mark of the beast, bullshit, the chip in the hand and all that. That's what they want. They want a bunch of starving, compliant idiots. Hey, how you doing? Hey, good to see you again. How you doing? So I'm just ticked off. It's like they're throwing away, like I just said earlier. If I'm not mistaken, here's the deal. What's this? So I didn't have to go along. Yeah, okay. So here's the deal. You're right. Jesus does love us all. And Jesus is the answer to all our problems. Period. End of story. Well said there, Natalie. Basically, what I'm saying is, all the meat they're throwing out, and they're trying to stop, beef production. Milk is now linked into the bird flu thing. Tell me that doesn't sound a little suspicious to you. These people preach about shortening the population. It's everywhere. It was on the Guidestones, the Georgia Guidestones before they were blown up, and many other places. And a lot of them, Bill Gates and all these guys have talked about this. Here's the problem. They never seem to want to shorten the population by, helping us out, and they let them go and die off. Not, let the millionaires and billionaires step forward and do the noble thing and jump off a cliff so the rest of us can live. It's always, let's call the masses. It's ridiculous. How you doing? Who's that? Joshua Taft. How you doing, brother? Good seeing you. I'm just on a little bit of a rant. They're bringing the whole state of emergency thing out to California again, and I don't want to see this because it's going to probably jump all across the country with that. I don't know. Maybe just blue states will be doing it. I don't know. Yeah, it's all connected. We know, but I am going to double down on canning and gardening. Exactly. What's that? Your greenhouse blew over? I got to fix a bunch of stuff. Bought a seed mat 2 days. That's cool. He a day or so ago, he declared state of emergency in California for one guy had bird flu, a severe case. So everybody in the whole country is going to have to suffer, okay? It's ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. You have hundreds of cases of pneumonia probably every month, hundreds of cases rolling in and out of the hospital, mostly elderly and stuff, but still, you don't shut everything down. You got to go on with your life, and the things that the remedies for these diseases or these plagues or whatever the hell you want to call them is ridiculous. They're worse. The cure's worse than the disease itself, Exactly. That's what I was saying, dude. It just ticks me off. We're going to go through that shit again. I'm digging my heels in. It's a definite big time no coming from me. I'm not playing this shit. Nobody should. Stand up, speak your mind, and we'll be like the bad guys. We're putting the hurt on grandma because we won't get the thing and play the whole game. That's bullshit. I said this the other day. That's like wearing a raincoat, so grandma doesn't get wet while you're out in the rain. You're wearing it doesn't make any sense. She needs to go get her shot or her thing, but don't put that guilt trip that somebody else is making you sick and shit. You know what? Planet's been here for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, generation after generation, and we never did this radical horse shit that they're trying to shove down our throat. like they are now. So what's up with that? That's all I'm saying. Hang on, wait a minute. What? Yeah. They're going to try to bring that mask thing back, probably. Here's the deal with that, too. That thing can get full of bacteria and shit. I've seen people look like they had it on for days. That, and they got the gloves on, they're driving in their car by themselves. That's because their mind's been infected far worse than any other part of their body with this brainwash horse shit they're shoving down everybody's throat, and they're full of fear. And that's awful to do to people, especially the elderly. They're so scared they can't even go and enjoy the last couple years of their lives. And that lowers your resistance to disease anyway. When you're living in fear and, you know, your immune system drops. What's it say? It's just crazy. Exactly. We're going to have to get gutsy and stand up and do something this time. Everybody didn't know how to take it last time. We know the game they're getting ready to play. And I was just literally watching Joe Imbriano a few minutes before I got on here, and he just kind of lit a fire back under me because I took my other video down because it was kind of sloppy and everything, but the point was there, what I was trying to say. I actually did something humorous the other day, or what I thought was humorous, about, it was a stupid video, don't get me wrong, but it was a short, cheeseburger in paradise, and I put like F vegetarians, and I put something else on there about basically kind of leaning towards like all this, cows are burning holes in the ozone, and the whole don't eat poultry now because you get bird flu and all this shit, and they're murdering off millions of chickens. That's our food chain. That we're going to starve to death. You can starve to death far quicker probably than some of these diseases might get you. It's ridiculous. Eventually, famine's coming, and it's one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. If you read the Bible, is famine. Yeah, sorry, I'm ranting because it's pissing me off. I don't want to go through this horse shit again and watch it. It also divided families up. People wanted to play that I gotta be protected and safe game, and literally got pissed off at other people in their family or their friends because they weren't playing along with the same psyop. I ain't fucking doing that. Never did then, and I won't now. And we got to really kick back on these fuckers if they try to push it down our throat again. That's just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Yep. It's unbelievable. Yeah, shame mask, a ritual mask. Yeah, I call the mask a muzzle anyway, because that's what it was. It's symbolically, they want to keep you quiet. Put a muzzle over it. Stop talking. And stay 6 feet away from the other person so you can't tell them what... You see what I'm saying? They're cutting everything off. Pretty soon we'll have blinders on, or... You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. They're trying to steal every little bit of freedom you have. Everything. And we got to stand up. These people are satanic as shit. Don't let them pull this shit off. Everybody's got to keep talking about this and... sticking to your guns. That's it. What's this? The very start of my... Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think you told me that before, dude. Ah, man. Mixed media, I love when you're on here. You make me laugh. Some of the shit you say is just fucking hilarious. Ah, man. It's just... Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's another thing that can happen. If you're walking around with a mask day in, day out, it's quite possible you're breathing in small microscopic fibers off of the cloth. Okay? Do that for months and months, and you'll get the same effect possibly. I don't know this for sure, but I heard someone saying this, and it makes some sense. Textile workers used to get something called cotton lung. that shit got built up in their lungs, microscopic bits of that, which would stay in your lungs probably and be a nice soft cushion for phlegm and everything else to build up in there and bacteria. Wouldn't you think? Just a guess. I'm not a scientist, but I think that probably may happen. I know that there is such a thing as cotton lung, and it did come from, people working in textile industry. Just another thing. What's this? Oh, well, exactly, dude. Yeah, you boosters. I saw a skit. I think it was David Spade and Daniel Carvey with talking about that. That was kind of funny. Yep. Hey, Tammy, how you doing? I just went on like this rant for about 5 minutes about. Just saw Joe Imbriano. I don't know if you know who he is. Fulton Informer. He was talking about this emergency coming up. And the weird thing is, this morning, early in the morning, I got up and I put a video up. And I thought, that's kind of sloppy. I'll take it down. And it was basically talking about bird flu and chicken, for instance. They're culling all these chicken, right? And they're just getting rid of all this. That's our food supply, okay? You can starve to death just as easy as you can die from a disease. It's horse shit, Starving's a more miserable way to go, believe me. It's ridiculous. And then they want to take and do something with the cattle as well, What, and you know why? Who's pushing that is Gates and all these guys with the fake food, the artificial meat that they're making out of God knows what, which is probably poison to your body. It's not natural, and it's not going to break down inside your system as easy as regular food would. God made that, and he made everything in balance. These people are pretending they're gods, and they're just throwing everything out of balance. And that's where the problem lies. It's not the little guy out here, burning some gasoline, driving to work and stuff like that. That has nothing to do with that shit. Look at the big guys. It's always the fucking people that are trying to set the rules that are breaking the rules far, far worse than any of the little guys on Earth. And I'm tired of it. So how you doing, Tammy? Graphene oxide, yep. I heard that too. I wouldn't doubt it. You know what? I think it actually did say that on a package of masks one time. Had that in. And maybe I'm wrong. I could swore. But I'm going to stay away from that. I don't know that for a fact. But I remember someone pointing that out. I thought I did anyway. Leave that the hell alone. I don't have any solid evidence. But the point being is all this shit is ridiculous. And here we go again. Exactly. Rules for thee and not for me. They can go out and do whatever the hell they want, no matter what kind of pandemic you got. I got to go get your hair cut, got to go do this. But, let you do it, and they're about to arrest you. That's where they want to take this, and it's not going to work. And that's another thing Imbriano said. What do you think these drones are? They're our prison guards. You getting it? Prison planet. They'll be flying around, tracking you, testing the air for bird flu, if bird flu's in the air. That's what he said. Now, that makes some sense. That's the kind of way they think. A minute ago, or not a minute, but like a little while ago, they were saying about testing sewage water to see if there was COVID in it. Or whatever the next, here's the deal. Of course there is. If birds do have bird flu, for instance, the shit falls on your windshield, rain hits it, washes off, goes in the gutter, goes down into the sewer. Doesn't mean any human being was infected with that. It's ridiculous. The things that they're doing are so extreme. They're trying to find a way to throw us in death camps, or what they would call medical whatever camps or FEMA. It's all horse shit. It's coming down the road, and people think, you're a tinfoil hat wearing bastard. You're crazy. No, it's really, if you listen and you can read between the lines of the bullshit they've been dumping on us, you'll see I'm right on the money with a lot of what I'm saying. In my opinion, and that's what I'm saying. And this is just for entertainment purposes only, as Tammy told me to say. But for real, these people want us gone. They want us gone. They want to lessen the population. And hence, there's also been 325 vials, I think, of some different kinds of viruses was stolen out of an Australian lab about, was it 2-3 weeks ago they reported on it? Probably happened before that, but they finally let it slip out. And or that's what they're telling us. Now, that could be bullshit, too, so they can get everybody out chewing their fingernails, scared to do anything. But it could just as well be the truth, and maybe they're releasing plagues. Maybe they got to round it all up for, Inauguration Day, January 20th is what they were saying. Oh, after January 20th, we got to watch out because there's going to be another pandemic. How the fuck could you possibly know that unless you're the guy dumping the shit? And it was a guy, I think his name Peter Hotep or something, was saying that. I don't know if I said his name right. He's some kind of lab rat doctor. I don't know, some asshole as far as I'm concerned, because you could tell when the guy was saying it, if you looked at him, it looked like a clown and he looked like a liar. I'll just put it that way. What's this say? Remember, let me read some of these comments. I was on a tear there. Big ass gathering during COVID. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they all had their little get-togethers and no problem. Yeah, 201, Event 201. That's Bill Gates' little gift to us, giving us the heads up that it's ridiculous. The shit that they're doing is ridiculous. And it's time to stand up and stop this shit. Put pressure on Trump and all these guys to do something. And I think Trump knows what's going on. And same with Robert Kennedy. They're not going to, hopefully they're not going to play along with all this, Trump sounded today, I heard him saying, so it sounded like he's not playing this shit. And I hope so, because I don't feel like going through this bullshit again, where they're trying to ruin everything. It's basically trying to turn the world communist, take everything away, destroy everything, and then rebuild us as a communist nation. Sorry. Yep. It's unbelievable. So anyway, just ticks me off. To tell you what. Hang on one second. Yep. I'm just going back and trying to read the comments. I was on a rant there. I stopped reading your comments, and you got some good ones there, you guys. And I was just on a tear. It just pisses me off, We shouldn't have to put up with this crap again. And the only way it's going to stop is if everybody speaks up and stand their ground. Don't let them try to force shit on us. Like, here's the next thing. I said this the other day. So I knew there was a big fat red flag flying out there when you say, oh yeah, come get tested, and 10,000 people roll into a parking lot, and let somebody that was flipping burgers last week at McDonald's is going to do a medical procedure to find out whether you got COVID hiding up your nostril. Sticking a stick up your nose to see if you're well or not. This fucking crazy shit. Crazy shit, Oh, man. Unbelievable. They're the experts all of a sudden. The guy that was flipping the burgers last week. But, don't say nothing on YouTube because you're not an expert, or you're not even allowed to speak. You're not even allowed to give your opinion without, well, maybe you can if you state over and over. That's just for entertainment purposes, and it's an opinion. Whatever. It's crazy. Yep. What's this? I saw an article recently about self-charging drones to look, what's that say? like they can just go and recharge with power lines, couples with what's that said with AI. I'm sure that will interest. Yeah, exactly. The near future. Right. Right. Why are they up there charging themselves and everything? Because you're going to have prison planet, just like Alex Jones said. You will have drones flying everywhere. Well, remember just a little while ago, they were trying to get you used to the idea by saying, oh, Domino's is going to have a fleet of drones delivering pizzas and Amazon too. Yeah, you can get your stuff right to your house. Why would you need to get it right to your house? You can't go to the store? Oh, no, you can't because you're in lockdown again. See how that is? See how that works? Exactly. These fuckers are planning to play this whole game all over except for up in the ante, 10 times. They're just going to make it worse on us. Bunch of scumbags. I say we got to go get them. Now, one way or another, get them the fuck out of office. Get them the fuck, put them in jail for what they're doing. They need to go through the Nuremberg trial type thing, part 2. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. And every now and then I hear somebody ranting about Fauci and how, he's in trouble. Well, okay, let's see that happen. All right. Your talk is cheap. Let's go and do something and see this thing through. Talk is fucking cheap. People need to start demanding their politicians to actually do their fucking job and the law to step up and the judges and get rid of these jackasses that were bought and sold from George Soros, attorney general, so we can process these criminals and get something done. It's ridiculous as shit. Sorry, I'm on a rant. Check this out. Hang on 1 second. I just bought a shirt today. I thought it was a Jack Daniels thing, but the cool thing was, and the only reason I bought it was it says 1963, made in that's the year I was born, and I thought it was Jack Daniels, so I bought it. It was cheap. Anyway, I thought it was a weird coincidence since yesterday was my birthday, and this is whatever. Yeah, I was trying to change the subject there for a minute because I guarantee you they're sitting there listening to everything I say, and they're getting ready to throw a strike down the middle of the plate. But I'm going to hit that motherfucker out of the park when they do. Yeah, I already have one strike on the other channel. Yeah, I thought so too, Mixed Media. I just happened, I was in Goodwill, I was wandering around, I saw it. It looked like a brand new shirt, and I thought it was Jack Daniels or something. I don't see Jack Daniels written on it, but it kind of looks like the label, and it says made in 1963, original age to perfection, fine quality, vintage. That's me. That's my shirt. Now, that's when I was born that year. Because I'm old. And that shit happens. Yeah, exactly, man. That's why I grabbed it up. So anyway, yeah, I put this video out early this morning. I feel like putting it back up. Not that, it was kind of just, it was sloppily done because I just woke up and trying to get my thoughts together. And basically what I was saying is everything more or less what I'm saying now. Like when you cook chicken, you bring it up to 165 degrees, or any fowl like a turkey, you do the same thing, and that kills salmonella. Salmonella is a bacteria that grows on just about every bird out there. Free-range chickens usually don't have a salmonella problem. It's more like when there's hundreds of thousands living in chicken coops and whatever. They're living in their own shit, and that's where the salmonella problem really seems to explode. But my point being, if you can cook chicken high enough and you get it well done or cooked to perfection there, then there's no problem. So why are they throwing away a whole meat source? There are millions upon millions upon millions of chicken just being culled and thrown out. People are starving to death. You cook it long enough, it's food. Everything's got some bacteria in it. 165, 180 for here.
Getting all the
Oh, actually, that was Joe Embriano on there right there. Hang on. Pretty sure I'm right on that. Has to be above 165. Temperature of chicken. What? Wait a minute. Yep, 165. It doesn't hurt to bring it to 180, but I don't know if you can see that. Look at the blue. Well, whatever. I'm trying to prove you wrong. It just is what it is. Same with pork and different things. You got to bring them up to certain temperatures. What I was trying. My point was, why in the hell should we be just throwing out? They should. Here's the deal. Okay, we're gonna cull these chickens. We're gonna slaughter them, get them out of there because we think they're infected. Okay, but we're gonna cook them off, and you can still sell them and make some money so you don't go under. They want the farmers to disappear, not have anything out of this. That's what I'm concerned about. Like, we count on our farmers. You know, you start killing off our food supply, we're done. Henry Kissinger said, and I said this early today, I don't know if it was on here or the other one. He who controls the food controls the population. In other words, they start starving you to death, you're going to fall in line real fucking quick and play their game. You know, people get hungry, they start doing stuff that they wouldn't normally do, and that's how they're going to slap that little chip in your hand sooner or later, and you're going to be part of the beast system because you just couldn't hang on any longer. I'm not going that way, I'll tell you that much. Red meat. Yeah. The point being, is why are they throwing this all out? They could still use that. See what I'm saying? It's because the real plan is to start starving us, start busting down our food supply, so our food chain, whatever you want to call it, and then we're screwed, you know? What are you going to live off of? Bill Gates' fake meat, you know? Do you know how they make, where do you hear how they're making the meat, the fake beef or whatever? Literally, you can go check this out. They take cancer cells that were in the tumor cells, I believe it is, and because I think, and don't quote me because I'm no scientist, but from what I heard, it's basically a process where the cancer or the tumor grows quicker. It's how they grow the meat quicker. Now they take that and do something with it. And they also, you can look into this because I couldn't believe this. They're adding to fake meat insulin for whatever reason. Go look that up if you think I'm bullshitting. That's involved in this fake meat process. And insulin's through the roof right now for people with diabetes. So everything they're doing doesn't make any fucking sense. It's, in the long run, it seems to me, they're just trying to cull the population, cut us in half down to less people. There you go, mixed media. Yep. It's ridiculous. It's off the hook. You know? Completely crazy shit. And it's just enough to piss you off that there's people already getting ready to just play along with it. Again, I see them. People are already putting their uniform back on, the mask, the gloves, and standing 6 feet away and looking at you like you got some disease or something. It's off the hook, man. It's off the hook. We're in deep shit. If people don't dig their heels in and push back, we're done. That's my opinion on this, you know? Exactly. It's exactly right. They're trying to spit in God's face continuously. They're playing God. And I'll tell you what that's going to bring? It's going to bring judgment rapidly on them. They're going to get what's coming to them. Yep, you watch. And I can't wait, because that's the only thing. If we got to go out hard with the whole planet going up like a flaming turd, I want to see them go down with us, you know what I'm saying? Take a couple of them bastards for a ride down to hell, or wherever the hell we're going to end up from when they start bringing it to a nuclear conflict, which is coming really quick. It's ridiculous. Like every day I'm hearing something else about Russia and Ukraine with these nukes and shit. Like, they're talking about it like, it's no big deal. Some of it might be just saber rattling, trying to scare each other, psychological warfare. And in the Bible, it actually says wars and rumors of wars will happen. Now, basically, this is predicted, but sooner or later, it's come down to the real deal. Okay. What you making with marshmallows there, Mixed Media? Who's that? Hey, how you doing, Paul? That birthday was pretty good. It was mellow. I didn't. You know what? I was going to go down to Elkton, Maryland. I got halfway down there, and I don't know why. And the last 2 years, I went down to this restaurant and ate there. I just wasn't into it last night. I came home, got something to eat, made myself something to eat, and chilled out. And I actually did a live stream yesterday. Am I from the South? No. Nope. South where? South Wilmington? Yeah. Now I'm from Delaware. Where are you from? That's cool. Yep. That's exactly right, Paul. Yep. Wait a minute. Hang on one second. I'm trying to read this. All right. Mixed Media says, with the amount of poisons, heavy metals, lithium, fluoride in our systems, they can say anything and people won't blink. I was grabbing marshmallows to roast on the shit show. Oh, okay, I forgot I said that. Yeah, when I'm ranting, I'm spouting off stuff. Yep. Palestine. Okay, you're allowed to say that. It's a place over in the Middle East. What else you got to say on that? Just out of curiosity. I tell you what. I know Damascus is a ruinous heap right now. It's being blown to bits, and that's a biblical sign that the end is nigh. It's real close. We're almost out of here. Things are way out of our hand right now, and God's in control. So I don't know what you're saying about Palestine, but God's coming back to straighten everything out soon. Believe me, it's all going to be soon, and it won't fall on our shoulders anymore to have to worry about this stuff and hate on each other because we have difference of opinions. But unfortunately, that's the way the world's been rolling for so damn long. It doesn't know any other way. I say just let go and let God. End the story right there, right? No, but I forgot what I was talking about. What's that? Yeah, just a good old boy. Yeah, yep. Yeah, actually, I am. I'm kind of like a Southerner. Now, you know what? I'm actually the farthest south. Well, actually, I have been south. I went through North Carolina and through Georgia, through South Carolina, into Florida. But I never lived down there. Stayed down there for a little while. It was pretty cool. Half Slovakian. Yeah, okay. And you know what? Here's the deal. There really isn't no race. There's only one race, the human race, And the thing is, when we start pointing fingers and doing all that shit, we're playing into the devil's game. He wants to divide and conquer and have us hating on each other. In my opinion, that's what's going on in the world. What's it say? Yep. Yeah, Paul's right on the money about that. I get kind of fed up when you see people trying to divide and conquer and what's this say? Got out of the race, join the human race. Exactly. Get out of the race, join the human race. You're right. The other race is like a rat race there. They're killing each other. Yeah. And there is no other race. What I'm saying is there's just the devil playing a fucking game with our heads. That's what I'm, you know? We all got to get along. We all live on this planet, and that's the whole problem. We're all going to fucking perish together unless we learn how to live together, and it doesn't seem like it's happening too well. So we got to wait on God. God's coming back to fix this. Yep. That's what we got to wait on. You know, because none of us is strong enough or smart enough or wise enough or whatever. We don't have any ability, and that includes Trump and everybody. We're just human beings at the end of the day. This is going to take supernatural strength to fix this world, and it's not going to be fixed. It's going to be renewed, maybe. Maybe God's going to bring us a new heaven and earth. I don't know. We're going to find out, though, I think, real soon. That's my opinion on it. I'm sticking to it. Just really praying hard. God gives us a worldwide instant spiritual. Like, that would be great. That would be great. In some cases, it seems like people are waking up, you know, around the world. It's unbelievable because at the end of the day, we all come from the same. You go back far enough, there was probably literally an Adam and Eve, just like the Bible says. Whether her name was really Adam and Eve, I don't know. But the point being is we're all connected. We're all part of the same thing that God created, you know? We're all part of this. So anyway, just fed up there. I had to just say something. When I came on here earlier, I don't know, I was just telling him, Paul, I was looking at a guy named Joe Imbriano on YouTube, the Fullerton Informer. Check his channel out. He's a really highly smart scientist, or someone who worked in the field of science, but also a man of God. And he knows what he's talking about, you know, about a lot of stuff. He sees through the bull crap. And he was talking about getting ready to go into another state of emergency. And I don't know if you heard about it. Just happened the other day over in California. Newsom's calling for a state of emergency for bird flu. And if you really think it through, it seems kind of nuts, you know. How do you get sick from bird flu? I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just, you know, they're trying desperately to find something scarier than the other one, you know, the other pandemic, to put everybody back in that same mental state where they can control us all. And that makes me mad as hell. Bothers me. What's that? Yeah, thank you, dude. Yeah, sometimes it takes a lot to get me to that point, because I just sit around some days and I'm kind of get ticked off at myself for not speaking up, because we all need to start talking about this stuff at all costs, because later on we won't get the chance to speak up. They're going to stifle us. They're going to shut us up. They're going to put the mask back on, the muzzle on us. Hey, there he is. How you doing, Amir? How you been, brother? Good to see you. Was worried about you. Didn't hear from you for a little while. You're over there on the front line war zone area. Hope you're all right over there. What's this? I heard something about the bird flu. Yeah. It's coming down the road again, that they're going to try to play the same game all over again. And this Joe Imbriano might have had a point. He said that some of this drone activity could be to get us used to drones flying around so they can test the air. There's bird flu in the air. You can't come out of your house today. There's a high count of, you see what I'm saying? They were saying that they're out there. There's one theory that they were sniffing for nukes. It's a prison planet, like Alex Jones said. They want you full of fear and locked down in your house. And they want control, a stranglehold on your life. Yes, I'm glad you're here, Amir. Anyway, It's just crazy. I can't sit quiet sometimes, and that's why I'm trying to wear off a strike on the other channel. I go on a rant, but everything I'm saying is true. Or there's truth to it. Some things might be off, might be my opinion, whatever. But there's reasons why I'm stating them, because I feel in my heart that they need to be said, and everybody needs to speak up. And that's why I like when you guys come on here, your feedback, you're talking to me and you're saying exactly a lot of what I'm saying you're agreeing with, if not all. And that's a good thing. We got to keep building that in the YouTube community, get people talking. I'm just a small channel, but everybody needs to keep doing that. In the comment section, everywhere. Get it out there. Oh, really? Economy over there is pretty rough right now. Yeah, it ain't too good over here, dude. What's it say? Exactly, a police state. Exactly, Paul. Exactly. You know what? I had an opportunity to get a really, really good job just a little while ago. I was unemployed, still am. Here's the deal. It required one of these things. I wouldn't do it. Probably would have been the best paying job I ever had. It would have been working for, what do you call it, a retirement center. Couldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Stuck to my guns and I didn't do it. What's it say? You're right, mixed media. I'm feeling that too. Something huge is getting ready to happen. I've been waking up with like pangs of fear for a little while, like an adrenaline dump. Something's coming. The Holy Spirit's telling us. We wouldn't be on here talking. Everybody's jumping on and they're looking for answers, even if they don't think so in the front of their mind. Everybody wants to know what the hell's going on in the world. We're trying to, put the puzzle together and figure out how to survive this shit that's coming down the road at us, I think. Let me see. Exactly. Everyone will be in economic distress, and Trump gets in office, but hopefully, the broken system. Yep. You said that a while ago, and you're probably dead on. That's prophetic. Prophetic? Is that the word? Prophecy. You're prophesying. Because I think that will happen. I think you're right on the money on that. Yep. It's funny. I don't know if you were there this one day, mixed media. About 4 a.m, I had been getting like what I call adrenaline dumps for like a couple days, like just feeling like all of a sudden like butterflies in your stomach. You don't know what the hell's bothering you. And I woke up, it was like close to 4 o'clock. I went on YouTube. All my moderators, everybody was jumping on. Like everybody had the same exact thing happen. Or they were saying, the last couple of days, they all knew exactly. It was incredible. To me, it was the Holy Spirit waking us and having us talk among each other, because we are so close to the end, in my opinion. But the end is only the beginning. That's the trick of it. Just because it's the end of here, we go elsewhere. Don't worry about that. Just got to do what you got to do. Get right. You're good to go. Yep. What is the topic? Well, dude, I was all over the place. I was talking about we now have bird flu coming from over in California. They're claiming a new pandemic's about to start. One guy was really sick with it, so they're going to close the whole state down and play the game all over again, which doesn't make any damn sense. Yeah, let's destroy everything because someone got a cold. Yeah. What kind of insanity is that, I can't believe the shit we got to go through. Yep, adrenaline dump. Yep. Exactly. Mad scientist. What's it say? We gotta first make peace with all and try to let fear. Exactly. Yep. Fear not is in the Bible 365 times. That's one for every day of the year. All right. And there's a reason, because you don't make rational decisions through fear. But that's what they want. They want to keep dumping fear on us. So we'll, just be all scared and do whatever that they throw out there, which eventually is going to lead to the old mark in the hand, the old Chips Ahoy. I ain't putting no damn. I'm not becoming an android. You ain't putting no computer parts or nothing in me. I don't need that. Thank you very much. What's that say? Amir, it's Ben Allen. That doesn't. That was fun. That's pretty funny, dude. Yeah. California, yep. Just like with getting cut up, because yeah. Yeah, man. Exactly, dude. Exactly. They want us to just be deaf, dumb, and blind. Just not see or do anything. Just listen to what they're telling us. No thanks. I'm listening for God. God's leading this ship, and that's it. I'm headed home. I'm not hanging around here. God is my navigator, or whatever. Oh, wow. Yeah. You know what? Let me see. I was wondering why. Hang on. Yeah, there's a couple people who are disappearing. I think they're freezing it up again. Not everybody, but like Tammy, are you still on here? They did this the other day, and it's kind of maddening to say the least. Yeah, I'm just in a meat suit. That's right. Yep. Yeah, God doesn't whisper in your ear. He whispers in your heart. That's why people are listening this way. They got to look inside, because God's already there talking to them. It's already there, You don't have to look for God. God's already found you. You just got to listen. It's already there. Instinctually, the Holy Spirit will talk to us, and does all the time. I'm convinced of it. There's no reason or rhyme why some days I pick up my phone and put a video out with barely really knowing a whole lot, and then I turn around, I caught a little bit here and a little bit there or something, and then it's dead on. Someone says it right after me, and another. It's like God's talking to us. I guarantee you. It might sound like your own voice talking to you, or your subconscious, but God's leaving us messages. I truly believe that. Exactly. Yeah, call you crazy. You know what? Amazingly, a lot of the saints back in the day were called crazy too. Anything, to what do you call it? It's basically like calling somebody conspiracy theorist or tinfoil hatter. Try to downgrade a person, because they're smart enough to, question things maybe, or, open their eyes and look around for themselves. They don't want, the powers that be don't want that. They want us, like I said, deaf, dumb, and blind. And they want to feed us whatever information You ever hear this? This is actually said all the time now, like on the news. This is what you need to know. How do you know what I need to know? Maybe I need to know a lot more than that. So I'm going to go do my own research. Literally, the news says that very line, and I guarantee you hunt around for it, you're going to hear it. It's like Operation Mockingbird. They're telling you what you need to know. Bullshit. And I don't want to know that. I'm going to go learn something different, okay? It pisses me off. They're telling you, it's mind fuck. They're trying to brainwash us all to think their way. God gave me a brain. I plan on using it. That's all. Exactly. Exactly, Paul. That's dead on. You're absolutely 110% right. Yep. That's because we're in an upside down, backwards world. Good is bad and bad is good, and everything's screwed up. And you know what? When they took prayer out of school, and they took "In God We Trust," try to get it off the back of the money, and no Pledge of Allegiance, you're not allowed to read a Bible at school or anything, do you think that might have played into it? You take God out of the equation, everything else falls apart, because God's the very glue that's holding this whole universe together. You got God, you got everything. You don't have God, you got nothing. That's the way I look at it. Yep. 30 surgeries. Wow. Exactly. Why are they even playing in labs with this stuff, these diseases? What possible goodness is coming out of it? They're trying to create super bugs. For what? They literally created germs for weaponry. That's demonic. And every country's done it pretty much, as far as I know. They all got their biolabs. But unfortunately, America's got a hell of a lot of them. They put them in other countries, so if something escapes, it only kills the people over there. Like over in the Congo, they're having a serious issue. Some new pandemic that got out of a lab, probably. Same area where they got little children working in the cobalt mines, because the rich people are running that over, the billionaires in the world, and they don't give a shit, about anybody but themselves. That's why they won't put it in their backyard. They won't have a biolab up in Martha's Vineyard, but they'll put it in somebody else's country and put them at risk. Wait a minute. I just realized that, Paul. Hang on 1 minute. All right, Paul, you're now a moderator. I don't know what happened there. I didn't notice that. It should say something, Paul. See if it worked. There you go. You're back, dude. Sorry, but I didn't even dawn on me. I was rattling off all this stuff. There you go. There you go. So anyway, pandemics. It's just ridiculous. And I need to hear more people talking about it. Like, I don't want everybody to get, like, what do you call it, complacent and just go along to get along and not say anything. And that's what got us last time. We need to dig our heels in and fight back. And you know what? If police departments start, cracking down and taking your freedoms away, they need to be removed, as police, They got to follow the Constitution. We have a Constitution, and we need to stand for it. But they're going to take our freedoms eventually if this thing gets out of hand. You won't be able to travel. To have checkpoints you got to go through to make sure you got your medical badges or whatever the hell they need. It's ridiculous. I didn't even know. I didn't even see that. But you're moderator now, dude. Sorry about that. You hadn't been on my channel for a little while. YouTube's been pulling people off of. You got to keep an eye out. What's it say? Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So, anyway, I haven't got on here and ranted like that for a little while. Did my heart good to do that, I think. I guess YouTube's giving me my birthday gift to allow me to spout off a little bit. But I behaved myself. I stayed away from taboo subjects, mostly. I didn't talk about the thing, Yep. That's exactly right, dude. Everybody needs a shoulder to lean on once in a while. Shit, life tough, I've been here for a long time, and I'm realizing it doesn't seem to get any easier. It just gets more challenging. But you know what? You just got to lean on God's shoulder. That's who we need, because eventually your parents pass, or this person or that person that you counted on are gone. I'm basically, my family, I only see one or two of them randomly. I come from a family of 9. I had plenty of people early on in life that I communicated with in my family. Now I barely talk to any of them. It's just the way it is. But it just got me talking more to God, I guess. Yep. Yeah, life is rough sometimes. Or should I say, like David Spade said in Joe Dirt, life's a garden, you gotta dig it. Is that what he said? You know what, though? It shows that you got a conscience, dude, that you feel that. That's a good sign. Some people can act like a dick and do all kinds of things and never feel bad about it. So don't be too tough on yourself, dude. Yeah, laxative. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, the holidays are a little bit rough. What's that say? Um, I'm telling you what, don't feel like you're the only one, Paul. The other day, it was actually a couple of weeks ago, I tried to go on Monograph's channel, and it wouldn't let me talk on there. Half the time, it was like I couldn't even get on the channel for a little bit. And it's happening to everybody on here at one point. I think Mixed Media had problems. Tammy's told me she a lot of times ain't getting notifications from not just mine, but a lot of these YouTube channels are under attack. I think it's spiritual, as well as the company itself is trying to censor the shit out of everything and everybody. You know what? You're right there, Paul. Yep, you're right. Yep. They say God's a jealous God. He wants your attention. You know, He's created each and every one of us, and He cares about each and every one of us. Every individual. He counts, He knows every hair on your head. Not a sparrow will fall from the sky without Him knowing it. He's into detail. You know, he knows everything. He's in control. And He's got all our backs. That went a long way just to say He's got all our backs there, but yeah. Yep. Exactly. You're exactly right, Mixed Media. Yep. God created us all. Yeah, they're sitting there like about hate speech and stuff. How are they not pushing hate speech when they're trying to divide people and won't let you have notifications to, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're trying to social engineer your circle of people all the frickin' time. It's ridiculous. I don't understand that. Yeah, I had the same thing happen, dude. You know when you're shadow banned because all of a sudden your views go right off the cliff. I end up fighting back as best I can, you know. And that, sometimes I got a little salty and maybe I took it too far and pissed them off further. But I can't stand there and just take that. It's ridiculous. We have the right to speak. And for the most part, nobody's saying anything too radical. We just want our ability to have our freedom of speech back. Yep. You're right there, Joshua. You're dead on right on that one. That's a good point too there, Paul. Exactly. Exactly. If you're down the street and you're seeing flames coming out of their roof and you're just, maybe I'll tell them tomorrow. That's no good. Yeah. You know what? We ain't seen nothing yet. They're going to probably persecute anybody who's Christian, like real soon. It's going to get worse from what I understand, the way the Bible says it. We haven't really seen the rough of it yet. Did that just happen today or another time? Yeah, and then that pisses. Hey, what's up, Mass One? Merry Christmas. How you doing? Good to see you, brother. You know something? That's the thing that bothers me because then people think like you're dissing them or something, and it's not even you. It's YouTube just censoring the shit out of everybody. I used to hate that. I had people get upset thinking that like I was blowing them off. No, it's not the case. Good to see you, Mass One. How about them Eagles, dude? I know that pissed you off a little bit. But you still might get a chance to see us in the Super Bowl. You never know, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. You know what you gotta do, Paul? Keep going in and checking. I was telling Tammy this. Go in and check your subscriptions. They did it to a bunch of mine. What they do is it has notification bell. You got to tap on it twice sometimes, and it'll say you'll get all the content. Otherwise, they'll give you specialized or personal ones. In other words, something that you might be interested in that they think So you only get like a half. If people are disappearing off my, I have like probably 200 people I'm subscribed to, and half of them I don't see half the time. I got to go back in and keep doing it. You know, it's crazy. What you having for dinner there, Mass One? Ghetto dinner. Yep. Yeah. You know what you want to do? Go in when you get done. Take a piece of paper. Write all your things you're subscribed to. Right. Put it on the side. Every now and then, and I guarantee you're going to notice some of them are missing. It's ridiculous. There's channels all of a sudden pop up. I'm like, holy shit. Where was this guy? I forgot about him. You know, because like I said, I have over 200 by now. And they just quietly take them away, you know, here and there. There's one YouTube channel I ain't seen for a while. Her name's What's Her Face. She's from Canada. She's funny as hell. She's sarcastic and stuff. But if you ever see her, check her out. Anyway, I couldn't find her thing in my subscriptions the other day, so I resubbed. But it's ridiculous all the time. Yeah, right. What's this say? Hang on. Yep, exactly, dude. Yeah. Did you ever see her? She's funny as shit. You know, she kind of reminds me of your sense of humor there, Mixed Media. It's funny as hell. You got to go subscribe to her. She's right to the point and wicked funny. She have you laughing. Wait a minute, hang on. Okay, there you go. Yeah. That's another thing. I swear it feels like they weaponize your whole phone. Like basically now when I'm trying to put the titles on my YouTube video, they're putting the damn the table, you know, the letter table. Wait, I don't know what you call it. Keyboard. Sorry. Right in front of where I'm trying to write, I got to move it and all this other crazy shit. Everything's changed. Like every other month, they're changing something on YouTube, and you got to like take a course in the new fucking thing that they're doing. Almost, it's ridiculous. Can't some things stay the same for a little while? Unbelievable. You know, I don't want to have to keep learning something new every other day on YouTube. And they love to put me through the classes too. When I got a couple warnings and I had to go do this whole class thing and then did it again and did it again. It's like, well, this ain't working too good. I'm back here doing it again. but I mean, what they're saying, a lot of times let's face it, basically they're saying you don't have a right to speak almost, and a lot of the things, that freedom of speech is gone and forgotten. That's what they're trying to get pushed into your brain, so you just give up. Oh, did you ever watch her? She's funny as hell. That lady's funny as hell. She's from Canada, I think. You're right. Yeah, exactly. Everything I'm saying is going to come back on me later on. I don't even give a shit no more. But it's ridiculous. Everything's weaponized. AI is taking over everything. It's, you know, you can't make a phone call and you're talking to a robot instead of a human being. They're firing anybody that answers a phone anymore. They just put it on AI. I'm just sick of it all. Everything's, you know, less and less human contact. Exactly. What's that? That's why they outlawed radar detection detectors. So, yeah, exactly. Hmm. Beef stroganoff. That's yeah. I think. I think it's spelled. I think there's an H in that word, but that's some good stuff. Beef stroganoff. I like. Yeah, AI taking humanity away from everything. I did a video a little while ago. I was talking more or less about just getting away from all the AI and all the shit and trying to get back to nature, just going for walks. You know, I'm the worst with that. I'm sitting here with on my phone all the damn time, and it's ridiculous because first off, the thing's probably giving me cancer. So much radiation. I'm like this. I got two of them next to my head, one on each side. You know, not really, but I have two phones. And then, not to mention the random radiation. By the way, did you guys hear up in New Jersey, northern New Jersey, there's finding high spikes of radiation the last 24 to 48 hours. They've been catching radiation up there from something, whether it's the drones or something else, who knows. But you know, this is something I remember about 2002. They were talking about these kids were wearing masks in school. They were talking about doing a drill. I don't know if they ever did it, about a pandemic hitting a school, and for some reason they also included radiation as one of the things they were, drilling for how to I guess figure out what to do about it if there was ever a dirty bomb or something. I think they're getting ready to put the hurt on, the hurt on us with leak radiation or something. As a matter of fact, there were people talking that there may be suitcase nukes and everything else coming into it, and what do you call it, radioactive waste they could turn into a bomb. We live in perilous times. Yeah, you were saying that, Tammy. Maybe you got some extra energy, extra power, or whatever God gave you. Yeah, it's just that we became so dependent on it. I mean, I don't even own a computer. I own two smartphones, but I just don't want. I never wanted to get into this whole thing, really. Hey, how you been? Hydro Ova. Is that right? I remember you. I think I saw you on my channel a while back. How you been? Hopefully good. Yeah, that's good. Glad to hear it. We started off talking about I forget what the hell to begin. Bird flu emergency that's going on in California, and we've just been talking about just about everything. Yep. Wait a minute. There you go. You know what? Here's the deal. Kids today, they can go on the computer and do whatever they want, but you ask them, give them some money if they're working a cash register. They don't know what change to give you without reverting back to using a calculator. That's because it wasn't taught to them, really. I mean, there maybe, but more or less, the computer's now going to do your thinking. They're trying to get you not to worry about that. You just got to go in, log into your thing, and do your thing, and somebody else will give you the answer. Well, that's not a way to grow your brain in life. You learn by doing, but unfortunately, society wants us all dumbed down. That's what I think's going down. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Speaking in tongues. Yep. Yeah, I was writing something today and it came out. I didn't even recognize some of the words. I'm like, what the heck? Like it's got a mind of its own sometimes. It's the sentence, it's going to screw it up because you're not allowed to say, you're not allowed to say something positive. I'm telling you, a lot of the things that they messed up is you're about to say something decent and they'll screw it up. It seems like it's a negative thing. Basically, it almost feels like an evil spirit messing with you via computers. Yeah, exactly. Like Star Trek. Didn't they used to do that? Try to had an episode where like Spock and Kirk or whatever, Captain Kirk, were trying to fry the computers or the I forget. It was crazy. Wait a minute. Let me hit refresh here. See something here. Yeah, it might be you. Everybody else seems to be going along pretty good. I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe the damn computers are messing up. Yep. Yeah, me too. I like reading. Yeah, pick up a book, and you know what? They don't want you to do that. That's exercise for your mind, and also help you relax. And it's far better probably than reading off of a screen all day long. You know, it's probably frying our eyes to boot. Probably getting cataracts from looking at the damn computer screen, in the evening in the dark and shit. I'm looking at it all the time. Yep, yep, exactly. Yeah, yeah, me too, Tammy. A good book and just chill out with a cup of hot tea or something. And you see, that's the kind of stuff they don't want you to think about, things like that, things that relax you. They want everybody stressed to the max, falling apart, so they can come in and save you by giving you some solution that, like this is what you got need to do, or and in reality, half the shit they're telling you isn't any good anyway. Yeah, their suggestions. Go with what you know. Go with your instinct. And nothing wrong with reading books and stuff. I do that. Matter of fact, I got 2 books I'm in the middle of reading right now. Right. Exactly. The thing is people aren't going to know what to do if the power grid goes down. We're way too dependent on stuff. A lot of people will die from that. They won't know how to do almost anything. Exactly. Yep. Back in the day, you used to be able to memorize numbers like phone numbers. Now we all are getting older, but I know what you're saying there, Paul. Sometimes it's like I'm dependent too damn much on the phone, and that's what they want. They made this to be like an extension to our hand, like it's always there. Eventually, they want to put the phone. They'll put a chip in your ear or something that you be able to in your hand to be able to talk to. Yeah, they're trying to turn everybody into transhumanism, robots, androids, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Again, just to insult God. You were made in the image of God, and they want to change that up. Exactly, dude. You're right. Paul, you're right on that. That's exactly right. Yep, exactly. You know why? Because not only is it a computer, it's quite possible, like I just said a few minutes ago, maybe it's connected to demonic worlds, meaning portals. Maybe this shit's really not any good for us. Maybe there's going to be a time when we're going to have to throw all our technology to hell away because they'll be tracking the shit out of us, trying to hunt us down because we think wrong. You know, we're Christians. You got to go, pal. You're infecting the rest of the human race. That's what's probably going to happen. They're going to try to round people up who have morals and who stand up for what's right because you're thinking wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they want to act. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. A digital detox. Yeah. Let's see what we got up here. Oh, hang on. You know what? I didn't even check this. Wow, good thing I checked it. I got 4% of my battery left. Hang on. I gotta hurry up and plug this in. It might. Wait a minute. Damn, that was close. Okay, it should be charging right now. There we go. The Bible says at the end of times there will be a famine in the land. He said the famine of food, but a famine of, well, yes, it's the truth. Yeah, the famine for the word. That's another, yeah, you're right. What, are they messing with you there again, Tammy? I wonder if is Mass 1 still around? I wanted to rub it in again about the Eagles beating the Steelers. I think he got salty and rolled. Nah. Yeah. Exactly. You're wondering if they're changing the words in the scripture. And I think they are at times a little bit. You know, if you keep moving something just a small amount, after a long while, you're way off point. You know what I mean? Subtly, they're changing the meanings of things. I know one thing, the Catholic Church is doing that. They keep changing words and prayers and different things in church. It kind of bothers me, you know. I don't think that's what we should be doing. It changes the whole meaning. Oh, okay. Yeah. He did say something at dinner. Okay, cool. Yeah, the lasagna's the bomb. That's one of my favorites, Italian food. Yep. I heard that about, yeah, that's crazy. That never happened. They're saying that now. They're changing the meaning of everything, little by little, so you don't notice it first. Now it's going more rapidly, I think. Yeah. Mandela effect. It's possible. Hey, Mixed Media, did your logo change? Take a look at that. Did you just change your icon? I thought yours was a blue M. Just noticed it. Oh, there he is. How you doing, Samuel Speed? I ain't seen you for a little while. Good to see you, dude. How you been, my brother? Yep. Hope you're having a good month this month for holidays. I don't know. Probably my month's going to be pretty good going through here because October sucked. October and November were rough on me. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, your avatar. That's what it's called. Man, I must be getting old. I forget words like chronically. Yeah, the Vatican. That kind of could be. Oh, did you hear that the Pope is doing some kind of ritual where they open a door or something, tap on this door in the Vatican, and there's some crazy stuff being said about it. It's like, what's that? Wait a minute. What you're saying there about barely scratch the surface of the Bible, because I think it's so deep. It has that everything in the Bible. It's almost like layers of an onion, and the Bible stays the same. I said this the other day, and yet morphs. And what I mean by that is it can change generations later. The meaning would be now relevant to somebody at this time. I really believe it's the living Word of God. I can't explain what I'm trying to say. Not that it changes its meaning. It just seems to fit. You you ever open the Bible and you start reading and for some reason it hits right on what you were going through in your life at that moment. That's why people find comfort in the Bible, because I think it's a direct pipeline, direct right to God, His Word. There you go. Good seeing you again, Samuel. Hey, how you doing? It's like a lot of my old people are popping on. How you doing, Marat? Yes, I did remember you. You're from Turkey, is that correct? How you been? Yeah. I kind of have an issue with that. Look, I was raised in the Catholic Church, right? And there's things that I just disagree with, but there's things that I can get out of the church that I do agree with. But it's like anything. Wait a minute, what's this say? Hang on. Yeah. And why would it be 7 or what? Exactly. It doesn't. It's I never understood that. Another thing is we have confession, right? That you have to go. My brother's always like, "Oh, you got to go to confession and tell the priest your sins." Why do you want to fill his ears with your sins? Why don't you just talk to God and ask for forgiveness? We don't need an intercessor. We can go right to God and say, "Hey, boy, did I screw up? Can you forgive me?" You don't need somebody to step in front and play like they're God or God's earpiece. That's my opinion. You know? Merson, what's that? We are in exactly. But my brother's stone cold, like into all that. And look, like I said, I go to church still because there's just things that I get out of it, and I could go to a Protestant church and still get stuff out of that too. And I can go out into the woods and feel close to God. Why limit yourself? God's not limited. You could talk to God anywhere at any time, and He's going to listen. Yeah, exactly. Takes the heart out of everything. There's no meaning in it. You're just rattling off words. It's not from your heart. You should really feel it when you're saying it, when you're asking for forgiveness for something you did. Well, that's because sometimes solitude, you can get more in tune. See, all the noise in society, everything that's going on around us blocks us from God. I think all this technology, if you go out in the woods or just sit in the field and just listen to the birds chirp and get into that quietness, God speaks volumes in silence. Just sit there and you'll hear him. You'll hear him in your heart. The beach, anywhere. Yeah, the beach is good, or anywhere. Sitting by a brook or a creek, listening to water and talking to them there. Because what's happening from a scientific point of view, you're probably relaxing and de-stressing and putting a better frame of mind and able to maybe not you're not going to be distracted by the devil as much. I think that's why he needs to keep the stress and the anxiety on us all the time, because once we start thinking in that frame of mind where we're free of all that, he loses every time. He can't control you with fear and everything. That's the whole thing with the bird flu I was talking about earlier. When what's it say? Yeah, yep. Yeah, it says that in the Bible. Exactly. Exactly. They don't know Jesus, as Jesus. It's very cold and I have family members I feel like that right now. I talk to them and there's like nothing there, like they don't care. Not all of my family, but a couple of them are very cold, waxing cold. Isn't that something from the Bible? At the end times, people, will be waxing cold, meaning they'll turn almost like, what's this? If you let the preacher go to God for you, that means you're letting the preacher be your God. In the Bible plainly says you shall have no. You know what? You're right. I agree with that. I try to explain that to my older brother, and it's like talking to a block of wood. He don't get it. I can't. It's ridiculous. You don't need someone standing in front of you telling you, oh, God thinks this or God thinks that or do this or do. No, God will talk right to you. God will let you know. God created you in his image. He knows how to talk to you, and he knows that you have the answers in you. As soon as he says it, you're going to know that it's from him. I don't know if that made sense, what I was trying to say. You don't need somebody, the go-between, to talk to God. God's ready, willing, and able to talk to you. Might not actually hear an audible voice. Most times you don't. I haven't, but in your heart you'll know. Yep. You're right. Yeah. Shit. I have to call. I had to make a phone call today. I totally forgot about it. What's 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 Monday? Today's the 20th. 20th. I'll take care of that. Got a call changing my car insurance. It's too late now, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll do it Monday morning, Monday afternoon. Yes, exactly. And wax cold, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. You got it. You nailed it. 23rd, Monday. All right. I still got a little bit of time. I actually got a lot of time, but I want to get it taken care of. Just looked. I got 4% battery. It's still staying at 4. Hopefully it's charging at least a little bit. It hasn't dropped any. I got it plugged in here. Yeah, but it's almost impossible to convince my brother. Yeah, he's stuck in his ways. I ain't judging him. You know, he'll have to take it up with God. If God has an issue, you're gonna let him know, I'm sure. But we all do things different, I guess. But he has. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Yeah. Yep. 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 I agree with that. And that's the thing. Like the Pope and the priests and stuff. Seems to me back in the day, it's probably started. It was a power grab. They're trying to be, important. You know what priests I would listen to? The ones that are very humble and think they're not worthy of, telling you what, basically knowing that they're a sinner too at the end of the day. I would take advice from someone like that long before I would listen to somebody that's going to tell you what you're doing wrong and this and that and continuously, because usually they're trying to play God. I mean, advice is one thing, but when they're trying to tell you everything you're doing in life is wrong, and you know in your heart that you're seeking God, then it is what it is. What's it say? There you go. That's right, Paul. Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, it's crazy. Trying to explain to my brother this. He's set in his ways. Yeah. Hang on 1 second. Oh, there you go. Wait a minute. Yeah, exactly. She might burn it out. She's got like superpowers. Yeah, you know what? If they have their way, they're going to turn us, each and every one of us, into a battery that they can drain. That's what Monograph says. Like, basically, we are the batteries, and for their electronic panopticon, I think that's what he calls it. They'll be using us like parasites, draining us of our energy to run their things. Or yeah. Yeah, there you go. I was actually going to buy another type of charger. Did you guys ever see the ones that you just sit the phone on top of and it charges? I mean, it's got like a pad. You can plug the pad in and put the phone on top of it. Because sometimes with the charger, the wire gets messed up. It's hard to, it takes real long to charge the phone. You know what I'm talking about? The other type of charger they have. Yes, exact. Wireless charger. Yep. Do they work? Have you ever had one? They probably work, obviously, but do they work with all phones or? Exactly. That's the truth, Paul. Oh, it does? That can't be any good for your phone. Yep. Yep. I don't think people ought to say, what's it say? Oh, she was about, I think she meant about wives and their husbands a little while ago. Shit, I've been sitting in here all this time. I got eggs in there. I guess they're all right. I forgot that I bought eggs and my cat food. You know what? I'm gonna probably have to kill this live stream and feed my cats. It's been since early this morning, and I know they're probably starving. And I gotta feed myself too. So I'm gonna probably end it here. What's that? Don't worry about it, dude. It's maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, they do. It lags. That's a possibility. Who knows? So here's the deal. You know, if I get a strike or something on this video, then you know that's probably what they were doing. Who knows? I ain't worried about it. It is what it is at the end of the day. What I got to do though is I'm gonna have to shut the live stream down, go and feed my cats, and get some dinner for myself. You guys have a great day. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Appreciate y'all, and hopefully do it again. Maybe later tonight if I'm into it. I'll hop back on, but hopefully nothing happens with the channel. You know what I'm saying? You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you. Talk to you later. See you, Mixed Media. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, that's a good idea, Tammy. Thank you. See you, Paul. See you, Tammy. Let me see who else is in here. Joshua, if you're still here, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Who else we got? Marat, thank you for stopping by. Let's see. I guess there was other people. I can't remember who else. Samuel Speed, if you're still here, thank you for stopping by. It's good seeing you again, my friend. I guess that's it. There's a few others I know. Well, anybody who's on, there you go. Hydro Ova, thank you for coming on. Amir, if you're around, thank you. You guys have a great holiday if I don't see you. Probably might do another one later tonight. Have a good one. See you later.